Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It is the 19th of May, 2021. Happy Wednesday. Just got done with our Bitcoin analysis. By the way, if I look and sound a little different this week, it's because I'm on the road with my family, and we have a wedding we are attending. My brother, my last sibling, getting married, and I will be back with you all next week. So, saying that, I will continue to update y'all with these crypto videos. So we had a request from a subscriber to take a look at ChainLink. Real quick, ChainLink, as far as crypto assets go, has been the best performer minus Bitcoin of the last few years, and in many respects it has beat Bitcoin when Bitcoin was suffering its bear market excuse me, from December of 2017 to January/February of 2019. The cryptocurrency market just continued to get beaten down and just was annihilated, losing up to 86% of its value. But in that time, we saw ChainLink really hold on to momentum, gain a lot of volume and participation in investors, and it continued to rise higher. And that has really kind of been the story that it's gone through. We've not seen a whole lot of the major spikes that we saw at the beginning of its cycle back in May of 2019, but nevertheless it continues to spike up. So let's look at this from a price action perspective. I'm looking at the weekly chart. So ChainLink, like the broader crypto market this week, especially today, suffering a huge major flash crash. We opened at 42.60 and we moved as low as 18.56, so 56% wipe in value that occurred over really the largest period was 8 a.m. When we saw that drop. There was a 35% wipe in value at 8 a.m. I'm not going to break it down to the minutes, but it happened over a very fast period of time. Since then, we've seen dip buyers come in, and as I'm looking at the hourly chart, though, this has all the readings of a continuation move south. If you watch my Bitcoin video, I discuss how the broader trend is still to the downside. It's very likely, though, that we may see this retrace over the remainder of the week, for a few weeks, a couple months, but that the ultimate low does reside around where the low was found today, effectively creating a pretty strong double bottom. So that could be a little foreshadowing by the market. Going back to the weekly chart, taking a look at our oscillators, we've cracked below we're soon to be cracking below the 50 level in the RSI, and the percent B is somewhat back to neutral at the halfway point. But if you take a look at the composite index, you'll note that it has crossed down below both of its fast, which is the green, and the slow orange moving averages. And that occurred all really within one time period. This is something I call the pinch. You'll also recognize, if I can get the drawing tools up here, a pretty standard looking HNS. So there is a neckline test of this level very soon if the momentum on the weekly chart continues to press down lower. I was just looking at the Bitcoin's point figure chart. It looks like it's got some selling pressure again. The support range on Litecoin near term, that's where Fibonacci retracement's coming very nicely. The strong bar of the current move is, there's a strong bar there. Now, there's two of them, and then there's a strong bar here. Oops. Gotta close that one out there. The second one is back there. There we go. So there's a rough kind of shared zone at the $9 range to $10 range. I mean, really, the Ichimoku system provides a pretty clear-cut level to look for, especially on the weekly chart. That's Senko Span A. There's two things about Senko Span A that you need to be aware of. First is that within the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo system, this is the hardest price level for any financial instrument to move above or below. It represents the strongest level of support or resistance. That strength is exacerbated depending on if it's flat, meaning is it a long period of time that it stays at a consistent level. In this case, on ChainLink, that is true. This is a pretty long lasting flat Senko Span A, meaning a break below that $11 mark is going to be very difficult to achieve. I don't trade ChainLink that often. I do pay attention to it, but I don't trade it that often. But if I was going to put in some speculative buy limit orders, I would probably place them a little bit below the $11 range, maybe at $10 and maybe at $9.80. Those are levels I would look at. And any move below there would get bought up quickly. Additionally, you could go with a more aggressive entry or guaranteed entries and target the $15 and $14 ranges. But otherwise, there's a lot of reason to assume that ChainLink is just going to follow the rest of the market here and face a lot of pressure south for the remainder of the month and going into probably the rest of the summer. Probably won't see any relief for the crypto markets until fall, and we'll see that monster rally that is very cyclical, and then it'll fizzle out and result in sell-offs again in anywhere between December and February. But that is for ChainLink. And that concludes my analysis on that pair for today. Thank you all for watching. From all of us at Exchange Rates UK TV, please don't forget to like and subscribe.